What Disney attraction would your favorite NFL teams be? I did these on my short series and had a pretty decent response. Not sure how much overlap there is between Disney Park fandom and NFL fanatics, but I certainly fit in that Venn diagram. Hopefully, the algorithm doesn't get too angry with me double dipping, but we'll hope for the best. We'll go division by division, so 4 teams at a time. Let's start in the AFC East and go to Buffalo. The Bills were an original AFL franchise being established in 1960. Winning 2 championships before the merger, they had their golden age from 1990 to 1993, making it to 4 straight Super Bowls, unfortunately losing all of them. Since then, they've been nothing more than a punchline for NFL fans up until recently. The drafting of their star quarterback Josh Allen in 2018 has revitalized this franchise. They made it to 4 straight playoff appearances after only making it once in the previous 26 years. The issue's what it's always been, a lack of the clutch gene in the city. I think a good comparison for Buffalo is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, a comic book series made in the 60s and getting their first run in 1990 before getting discontinued in 1994. Very similar to the Bills' birth, rise, and fall. The 2014 movie shot this franchise back to relevancy. The ride itself is credited with Epcot's first roller coaster, as well as being Disney World's first backward launching coaster, which is also eerily similar to the Bills because their season always ends with them going backwards. So avoid this ride and team if you have a weak stomach. This team in South Florida has always been at least a decent franchise, making it to 5 conference finals and winning 2 Super Bowls, all within the team's first 18 years of existence. Since then, championships have not been easy to come by, but the bright side is they made it to the playoffs at least once in every decade since their last Super Bowl loss to the 49ers in 1984. Big Thunder Mountain is my comparison to the Dolphins. Being built in 1979 in California and opening a year later in Orlando, Thunder Mountain saw its time in the sun right around the peak of the Merino-led fins. Over time, guests still appreciate this ride for what it is, but the 2 other mountains may overshadow it. Tiana's Bayou Adventure will help you cool off by getting soaked by its log flume, and Space Mountain is entirely indoors. This coincides with the other 2 Florida teams that may be more attractive to newer fans. The Buccaneers have won a Super Bowl in recent memory, and the Jaguars have just signed their quarterback of the future. So this team, just like the ride, leaves you sweltering in the Florida heat. In 2001, the Patriots won their first Super Bowl after years of being a doormat in the AFC East. It was their first of 6 titles, with 2018 being their last year of dominance. New England has since regressed into the abyss of mediocrity. Opening a month after the Patriots won their first Super Bowl, Soarin' opened in California. Much like New England's bandwagon fan base, everyone who ever heard of a Disney park swore up and down that Soarin' was the best Disney ride ever made. And much like the Patriots stood atop the standings, Soarin' had the longest wait times for the better part of 2 decades. In 2016, Soarin' would change its overlay to flying around the world. With Frozen and Guardians of the Galaxy being released in Epcot in the coming years, very similar to the rise of Mahomes and Burrow, Soarin', like the Patriots, would fall off at the same time. Another problem with Soarin' is that if you didn't sit directly in the middle of the theater, the screen would look stretched and unnatural, similar to the face of another former Patriots quarterback. The Jets were an original AFL team named the New York Titans, being created in 1960. In 1970, they won their first and only Super Bowl before going irrelevant for the rest of their existence. But there is hope with some great draft picks in recent years, and also the signing of a once great quarterback. I feel the Country Bear Jamboree fits that bill. Being an opening day Disney World attraction and debuting a year after the Jets won their only Super Bowl, the Country Bears would find a similar swift decline in popularity. As of this recording, the stage show was closed for refurbishment on January of 2024, but it's set to reopen in July of the same year. So are these changes enough to spark revitalization for both the team and this attraction? Well, let's be real. It's the Jets, and it's the Country Bear Jamboree. But that'll do it for this episode. I hope this isn't too far of a departure from what my channel is, and if this gets a decent response, I'll make the rest of the 7 divisions. And if not, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person weird enough to turn this idea into a video. So until next time, drop a like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if I earned it, and thank you for watching.